call this meeting to order. This is a regular meeting of the Council of the City of Ottawa, Illinois. Madam Clerk, would you call the roll, please?
Awesome.
Here.
Eichelkraut.
Here.
Whitney.
Here.
Baxter.
Here.
Mayor.
Here.
We have 5 present.
Would you all stand, please, and join in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Moved by Commissioner Baxter that the minutes of a regular meeting of the Council of the City of Ottawa, Illinois, held on Tuesday, July 16, 2013, and the minutes of a special meeting held on Tuesday, July 23, 2013, both be approved and recorded in the permanent files of the City Clerk.
Is there a second to the motion? Eichelkraut, any discussion? Any suggested changes or corrections? Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Whitney.
Aye.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye. The next item on the agenda is anyone wishing to appear before the council. And I'd just like to make a few comments before we start. Later on in the council meeting, we'll be acting on a resolution with respect to the ADM property. We've had a public hearing on that. Everybody had an opportunity to be heard, both for and against. And the purpose of the public hearing is to provide people an opportunity to speak on that topic. And when the meeting ended, there was some additional time for filing of if anybody wanted to file any additional comments. But that was then closed. That matter was closed as far as public comment. And the reason for that is you have to have closure at some point. You have a bunch of people giving new arguments today, then the other side's going to want time to respond, and on and on and on. So when we come to that part of the agenda, we're not going to have any public comments, but we always invite public comments at the beginning of the meeting. I'm very supportive of that. And I'm going to invite public comments tonight. But I want just to make a couple observations. You know, we are the City Council of Ottawa. We have jurisdiction over our municipal limits and things that happen in our limits. We're not the county. We're not the state of Illinois. We're not the Bureau of Mines and Minerals. And we are acting tonight with respect to a parcel of property that's proposed for the loading and unloading of sand. Not whether or not Mississippi sand should be mining sand or not. I guess we have to assume that someday they might be, and that's why the request was made for the hauling. And I think we have to, the council is trying to make the best decision they can to protect the city in the event the mining does commence. Because if the mining commences, the sand will be hauled somewhere, some way, and somehow. If there's people here who think the city should be more involved in acting with the county or more involved in particular issues, I'm more than welcome to hear those comments. But I really would ask people to kind of, tonight's not the night to talk about, what the setback should be or what the hours of operation should be or whether or not it should be zoned rural or whatever. That time is past. But if you have other comments on other matters or even related matters, we welcome them. I just ask you to be brief and to the point and hopefully not too repetitious. It's a balancing act. We have to be fair. We have to follow ordinances. But I always encourage people to make comments and express their views. So having said that, is there anyone who would wish to appear before the council tonight? Ma'am, and if you don't mind, would you stand over there and then identify yourself, and everybody will be able to hear you. You'll also be on TV, by the way, if you don't know that. So.
Excellent. I love it.
Hi, good evening, and thank you very much for letting me make comments. My name is Dr. Laura Chamberlain, and I'm with Frack Free Illinois. We are a statewide coalition of grassroots environmental groups, and we're extremely concerned about frack sand mining and also fracking. We have sponsored legislation in the Illinois General Assembly, and we have petitioned the governor. We're acting on many levels of state and local governments. I live in Chicago, but I am very concerned about the residents here. I'm a family physician, and I have occupational health medicine experience. And my comments to you are that with the approval of ADM, you are going to allow a vast increase in the numbers of frack sand mines and the whole frack sand operation here in Ottawa and in LaSalle County. And I don't think you really understand what this means to your residents. And I really would encourage you, I'm asking you to delay your decision about ADM and do some due diligence on the health effects of silica and silicosis, respiratory disease and cardiovascular disease that have occurred around some of these frack sand mines. Wisconsin is the canary in the mine here. They have had the same sort of massive increase in frac sand operations in Wisconsin, and they are finding serious health effects. And I have asked your assistant to get to copy for you all a paper that was done by an environmental health specialist, Dr. Crispin Pierce of University of Wisconsin, Eau Claire, where he did his own monitoring of what's called particulate matter 2.5. That's an indication of silica. Particulate matter 2.5, PM 2.5. He did his own monitoring outside of these frac sand operations, and he is really, really stirring the alarm in Wisconsin. I talked to Dr. Crispin Pierce yesterday, and he would be happy to talk to any member of the City Council. You can call him. At the end of this report is his contact information. You can call him. You can have a conference call. He even said that he would come down and talk to you all in person if you would, offer him some, transportation costs. And he is really, really bringing up the issue of frac sand mine, what's called fugitive dust, fugitive silica, and the effects of the population within 2 miles and even more of these frac sand operations. Depending on how much fugitive dust is out there, are significant increased risks of cancer, lung cancer, respiratory disease, cardiovascular disease. And I don't know if you know this, but LaSalle County has an increased risk of lung cancer already. Were you aware of that?
I've heard that.
Okay, excellent. So I'm really asking you, I'm begging you as a physician to do your due diligence, talk to the experts about this, get some public health specialists in here, and really understand where you're going with this whole massive increase in the frac sand operations. And ADM is kind of like the little trigger here, right? If you pass ADM, then the frac sand, the 70 other frac sand companies that are considering locating their frac sand operations in LaSalle County will come, because the door will be open, the transportation will be available to them. So have the residents and the visitors in Starved Rock, children, infants, pregnant women, the elderly with cardiovascular disease, they're all at serious risk for a respiratory disease from exposure to silica. So please have the residents and the visitors' public health in mind as preeminent. You need to probably think in terms of the precautionary principle here. So thank you very much. I really appreciate being able to talk to you.
Thank you, Dr. Chamberlain. I might suggest you present those same comments to the county, because the county has jurisdiction over all of the land outside the city where all of the mines are either located or proposed to be located. And I understand the county has a moratorium on further mine permits, but that's not going to last forever, and now's the opportunity for the county to look at that. So your comments might be appreciated there too. Is there anyone else who'd like to address the council? Right here in the front row, ma'am. I saw you at the cafe today, didn't I?
Hello, City Council of Ottawa, and thank you very much for letting us appear. I am also from Frac Free, Illinois, and I'm one of Dr. Chamberlain's associates, and I want to specifically
what's your
talk.
name? And what's your
I'm
name?
sorry, my name is Joyce Good, G-O-O-D. I specifically want to talk about the air monitoring, the fact that Dr. Pierce, who Dr. Chamberlain talked about, found many cases where silica was dangerous because he had an air monitor. And in Oglesby, there was an air monitor, and very much should have been, and it was somehow removed. So we want to find out, why was it removed? We'd like to see it returned, and moreover, we would like to see air monitors outside of sand mines, near sand mines. We'd like to find out what is actually happening to the air that all of our visitors breathe, our wildlife, our plants, and all the population of Ottawa. So please address this air monitor issue, and I thank you.
Okay, well, thank you. I would make the same comment to you if you're willing to accept it, and that is, I think that the county probably has a lot more authority in this area, and it might be good to pass those comments on to them also. Thank you. Is there anyone else who would like to address the council? Farley.
I'm Farley Andrews. I live in South Ottawa. I'm just going to read a brief statement. Ottawa's economy is heavily dependent on tourism that Starbuck State Park brings annually. Without question, this shipping facility will only and shortly, this I'm referring now to the Mississippi Sand Mine, destroy the last remaining natural and scenic entrance to Starbuck Park. Increase the area's capacity to export sand, thereby encouraging further corporate speculation and investment in silica sand mining in the area. For few relatively short-term jobs, the possibility of meager and minuscule short-term financial gain, and finally, leave us all with unresolvable health, traffic, and quality of life problems. The political unwillingness to step up and demand reasonable protections against outright corporate intrusions and abuses in these areas sets a destructive and horrible precedent that will encourage even greater corporate abuse by those determined to exploit this valuable and potentially dangerous resource and ignore the resulting health and other problems, which we in Ottawa and throughout LaSalle County will be left to pay the enormous price. Thank you.
Farley.
My name is Peggy Enquist. I'm also from South Ottawa, and to particularly the points that the mayor has been making, I agree that the problem really lies with the county. They're the ones that gave the permit to Mississippi Sand, and I understand the desire by the Ottawa City Council to put themselves between the county and ADM in making sure that they can annex the property into Ottawa and they can monitor what goes on. I would suggest, however, that the one thing that I think we didn't get in all of the rules and regulations that the council will be recommended by the Plan Commission is this air monitoring that we're talking about. And I think the problem is that even the federal government does not yet recognize the fact that this very small particulate matter of silica dust is much more dangerous than the larger particulate matters that they do monitor. So that's something that I think that we need to be concerned about, and I just want to also say that in addition to the petitions that I submitted to Shelley earlier this week that our small group obtained from the residents of Ottawa, we also received another 33 signatures on the online comment section of Save Starved Rock. So we're trying to get the word out to the citizens of Ottawa so that they understand what's going on and what the potential hazards are. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Peggy. Anyone else who'd like to address the council? Yes, sir.
Hello, my name is Paul LaForte. I'd like to thank the council for allowing us to speak. I would just make a couple of comments. I myself was an elected official in a large village, and I understand the pressure that the village is under in the town of Ottawa. But I would say a couple of things. One is that the barge traffic, I think you have an ability to put some use restrictions on the amount of traffic and the amount of barges and the number of barges, et cetera, that can be loading and unloading. And I think even though we talked about the sand problem, we think about it at the mine site, but there's actually going to be a lot of sand flying around when they're loading and unloading the barges. So I would encourage you to put the monitoring, to insist that there be monitoring devices. The other thing, just on the way down here, I heard a report that ADM's earnings were down 20% this quarter, and that's due to a reserve that they're putting in because of some illegal or fraudulent activities that sounds like a case they think they're going to lose. So I think whatever promises you get from ADM about what they're going to do, I would encourage you to have very tight monitoring of what they're supposed to be doing. Thank you.
Thank you, Paul. Anyone else? Back row there, or second to the back row?
Hello again, thank you for allowing us to speak. My name is Beverly Walter. I'm also with Frack Free Illinois. And one of the concerns I'd like to address is the amount of traffic. And this traffic would be encouraged by a huge facility. So I'm urging the council to rethink your position, perhaps have an additional hearing, since this will involve a gym, which is Starved Rock, which draws about, I think, 2 million visitors a year, about 33,000 jobs involved in that. So the impact of a whole up to 70 companies doing additional mining is likely to be very negative on those factors. The particular point I want to talk about, though, is the traffic. And you have a lovely area here. I haven't had the chance to come back and visit this area for a long time. It's a lovely area. There's a possibility of boating. With a lot of barge traffic, I would think that that would be negatively affected. Also, there's a possibility, we've heard terms of up to maybe 1,000 or so, trucks a day, ultimately. And when you think how much traffic that is going to add to the area, I think, again, it's going to, negatively affect the quality of life. And perhaps, when you consider those roads that come in, how twisty and winding they are and everything, there might be a possibility, increased possibility of accidents. And so just I urge you to keep all of those things in mind. And again, urge you to check out what Dr. Pierce had to say, and perhaps to hold an additional hearing, since this is such an important topic. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Beverly.
My name is Jill Paulus, and I live in Wheaton, Illinois. And I do come down here and visit every year. And 2 years ago, my husband and I were talking about possibly retiring down here. And I do have a newspaper article I'd like to give to you when I'm done speaking. The trend is toward retirement in an area with more acreage, clustered housing, agricultural area, small, for the community to use, and hiking trails, biking trails, because we're younger in a lot of ways when we retire. We'll be retiring in 5 years. And really, I was thinking of this area because it's only an hour and a half from my home where I am now. And many boomers are like me. My taxes in Wheaton are over $10,000 a year, and I won't want to be paying that, so I'll have more income. And I would just say to you that if this area has 70 sand mines, which could happen if you have a large amount of release for the sand on the barges, people will not want to be coming down here. I'm just saying that I think it is a good idea to think of the diversity of income that you need for a sustainable income. For instance, when in Galesburg, was it Whirlpool left? It really hurt their economy. This is not going to be forever, the sand mines. So you just have to consider that. And yes, personally, I'm hoping that, there would be a space for me. Thank you.
Thank you. Hope we see you in 5 years. Anyone else who would like to address the council?
So when have I gotten all? Well, I was told for it, but I don't know. So that's really difficult.
Maybe you can edit.
Dear Ottawa City Council.
And who are you? I think I know,
Okay.
but,
Huh?
I think I know, but you'd have to
All
tell us who
right.
you are.
By the way, this is Ashley Williams here. I just submitted to them my petition I started against the sand mine, and as of now, I have over 16,000 signatures on this very petition. I think right now it's at about 16,400 and something signatures. I proudly present this petition to you on behalf of the over 16,000 people from LaSalle County and throughout Illinois, and from across the United States and even the world, that signed in order to urge Governor Quinn to stop the Mississippi Sand LLC frac sand mine from opening directly adjacent to Starved Rock State Park. The resounding opposition to the mine is only getting stronger and larger by the minute. We will continue to advocate a ban on frac sand mining at the local level, and a ban on hydraulic fracturing at the state level will be put into effect immediately to safeguard present and future generations from the debilitating effects of environmental pollution. More specifically, we advocate that the council recommend the LaSalle County Board's conditional use permit granted Mississippi Sand be rescinded at once. All right. We citizens have the right to demand a safe and healthy environment. It is your duty to us as our elected officials to uphold such rights. I highly advocate that the council refrain from making this fatal error vote and start to realize the larger picture. Because if not, we will no longer be just a city on sand. We will be a city smothered by it. Just like a sandcastle, our city will crumble and come crashing down. And yeah, I want you to think about that. You know, with these 70 corporations that are going to be scouring our lands, you know, to set up their frac sand operations, what you will be doing by allowing this to go through, that you will be opening up these lands. You will be essentially turning it, you know, you'll be opening it into a sort of frac sand mecca. We're going to be welcoming it to that. And also, I hope that you really do look into Crispin Pierce coming here and doing air monitoring before you make this vote. You are rushing this. You need to stop now and allow more public commentary. You just need to stall this and allow this man to come here and do some air monitoring. And you know, just really think what you're going to be doing when you vote on this. So yes, just don't rush your decision. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ashley. Anybody else want to address the council tonight? Yes.
Mine is an unrelated matter, so if you want me to wait.
My name's Megan Bowen. I'm an attorney over here at Hupp, Lanuti, Erin, and Burton. I wanted to address the council about, I believe it's number 6 on your agenda, and it's the certain territories that the city is considering annexing tonight. Probably mid last week, I dropped by the city hall and had dropped off a proposed annexation agreement for a property owned by Barry Smith. I believe on your sheet that it was parcel number 1, but I'm happy to read a pin to you if you guys need it. The reason why I was hoping to address the council is that since the beginning of June, I have been communicating, Barry had come to me saying that he had received a letter saying that you guys had planned to annex this property. Just so everyone knows, his property is over behind the Simcoe, in between the Simcoe and Thrush property. He had come to me saying he received your guys' letter and asked me to get in touch because his main concern right now is that he had just put in a new well and septic on his property, and he didn't want to have to hook up to city water and sewer, essentially costing him more money and wasting the money he already spent. So I have been communicating with one of the city attorneys, the City of Ottawa attorneys, since beginning of June, at which time I had proposed to her that we do an annexation agreement saying Barry would gladly petition, fill out the petition and annex in, just have an annexation agreement that would address his well and septic concerns. So since that time, we had been communicating back and forth, and it was essentially indicated to me that that shouldn't be a problem. And again, probably about last week or so, he received his 15-day notice saying that he was on the agenda for tonight, and At which time I again contacted one of the city attorneys and said, what's going on? And I was told at that time that the city would no longer consider his annexation agreement. And I guess I was just hoping for some sort of response from the council, if this is an idea that they would entertain or kind of address his concerns about his well and septic concerns, so.
Okay, well, thank you. I'll tell you what, we'll address those when we get to that on the agenda,
Okay.
okay?
Yeah, no problem.
But you spoke at the right time, so thank you. Anybody else have anything for the council? Okay, if not, then we'll move on with the agenda. Commissioner Eichelkraut.
Moved by Commissioner Eichelkraut that the biweekly salary payroll of July 19, 2013, in the amount of $356,104.19, and the biweekly salary payroll of August 2, 2013, in the amount of $360,199.32, both be approved and warrants issued.
Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner Austin, any discussion? Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Whitney.
Aye.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Commissioner Eichelkraut that the monthly expense report of August 6, 2013, showing expenses in the amount of $1,489,805.34 be approved and warrants issued.
Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner Baxter, any discussion? Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Whitney.
Aye.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Commissioner Eichelkraut that the council be authorized to apply for a grant for the equipment needed for the I-Fiber project, and the mayor and city clerk be authorized to execute the application.
Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner Whitney, any discussion?
Yeah, Mayor, I'd just like to say that this is actually to pay for the equipment into the building, including the terminal inside. I know some people had questions about what it would cost us or how much it would cost us as far as what we do in the future and how much the rent would be compared to what we're paying now as far as different phone services and stuff like that. We still have to work on that. I just had this given to me last Monday, and I have a deadline of August 31st for the actual grant. I want to get the grant part done first, but this does not obligate us at all to do I-Fiber as far as if we don't want it, the equipment's there, we want it in the future, we can have it. So I will work on the cost differences in the next couple of weeks, see what I can get brought up and, see where we're at. But, I mean, you see them going around town and putting the I-Fiber in. I think it's going to the high school, going to the schools, going to different companies in Ottawa. I think it's part of the future and we will seriously look into this, but right now I'm just trying to get the equipment inside the building and get it paid for through a grant.
Okay, any other comments or questions?
Should be 100% grant, too.
Okay, roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Whitney.
Aye.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Commissioner Eichelkraut that the request from Jack Novotny for the city to waive its no-wake rule from 2:00 p.m. until 8:30 p.m. on Thursday, August 15, 2013, for a solemn course for the skiing group be approved and the city departments involved be notified of the event.
Is there a second to the motion? Whitney, any discussion?
Mayor, this will be held on the Fox River. There's only one dock in the way, and the actual guy that's throwing the show on is the actual guy that owns that dock, Jim Riley. So he's waived his, he wants to do it right there. The ski team is the Ottawa ski team. They've been in existence since I can remember. So they want to do it, and I feel like it's a good idea for Ottawa. Maybe they can eventually get back together and put on some shows like they used to do in the past.
Okay, any other comments? Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Whitney.
Aye.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye. Anything else for the council, Commissioner Eichelkraut?
Just that, we had the kids fishing rodeo last Thursday. We had like 42 paddle boat kids out there enjoying the paddle boats. We had like 80-some people, little kids fishing. And the biggest winner, first, second, third, fourth, and fifth place winner was actually 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2 years old. I'm not saying that their parents didn't catch some of the fish for them, but that's the way it worked out, and they all seem to have a great time.
Good. Commissioner Awesome.
Moved by Commissioner Awesome that a resolution authorizing the execution of sewer connection agreements between the City of Ottawa and multiple residential property owners, which have been on file for public inspection since June 16, 2013, be adopted.
There's a second to the motion. Commissioner Whitney, any discussion? Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Whitney.
Aye.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Commissioner Awesome that the city clerk be authorized to advertise for bids for the long-term control plan, Phase 1.1, Contract C. Bids will be received until Tuesday, August 27th, 2013, at 10 o'clock a.m.
Is there a second? Commissioner Baxter, any discussion?
Yeah, this will be the next, I think the first phase that we did was 12 homes, and this will be 8 additional homes that'll be hooked up to the sewer and
Mhm.
instead of where they are hooked up.
Anything else? Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Whitney.
Aye.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Commissioner Awesome that change orders number 1 and number 2 from Colfax Corporation in the increased amount of $6,100 for the Old Central School asbestos abatement project be approved and paid for from the flood buyout fund.
Is there a second? Eichelkraut, any discussion?
This all had to do with additional work that was required after the flood came in and all the mud was there. Had to be cleaned up and,
Okay, roll call.
Awesome.
aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Whitney.
Aye.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye. Anything else for the council, Commissioner Awesome?
No, Mayor.
Commissioner Whitney?
We have the report of the fire chief for the month of July. Number of bell alarms, 1. Number of still alarms, 21. Activated alarms, 14. Number of medic calls, 175. Number of transfers, 32. Number of patients, 217. Total calls for July was 243. Property loss was at $3,000. Contents loss was at $1,000, for a total loss for July of $4,000. Total non-residents billed for medical services was 59. Moved by Commissioner Whitney that the report of Fire Chief Jeffrey A. Newberry for the month of July 2013 be received and placed on file.
Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner Eichelkraut, any discussion? Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Whitney.
Aye.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Commissioner Whitney that a resolution authorizing the execution of an intergovernmental agreement between the City of Ottawa and Wallace Fire Protection District regarding emergency medical services, which has been on file for public inspection since July 16, 2013, be adopted.
Is there a second to the motion? Eichelkraut, any discussion? Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Whitney.
Aye.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Commissioner Whitney that a resolution authorizing the execution of a settlement agreement between the City of Ottawa and Brett Kozlowski be received and placed on file for public inspection.
Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner Eichelkraut? I'll explain this just a little bit. This involves a settlement of a lawsuit filed by a former employee of the city who worked for the fire department. He made various claims that he was improperly discharged. He had asked for approximately $100,000 in back pay and attorney's fees. The city has, this agreement would settle that matter for $45,000, $30,000 of which the city would pay, and $15,000 which the city's insurer would pay. The city's insurance company also paid for the legal defense in this matter. It also provides that Mr. Kozlowski will be reinstated on unpaid medical leave so that he can apply for disability. And when he's on unpaid medical leave, he'll have to pay all of his own expenses. If he wants insurance, he'll have to pay his own pension payments and so forth. Motion is to place it on file. Is there any other comments or questions? Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Whitney.
Aye.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye. Anything else for the council, Commissioner Whitney?
I'm not sure how much of the media picked up, but the ISO inspection that is done in the community in reference to fire protection, we have improved our ratings by 2 levels. And Ottawa currently is one of 144 communities out of 2,500 in this classification. So it's a very good job by the fire department, and Chief, I appreciate your efforts. Thank you.
Appreciate that. Not only the fire department, but really other city departments too, because it has a lot to do with water and water supply and towers and pressure and all those kinds of things also. So that is a very significant improvement. It should result in some reduced insurance costs, particularly for businesses, not maybe necessarily so much for residents, but definitely a substantial move in the right direction. So I also congratulate everybody involved. Commissioner Baxter, you have anything for the council tonight?
Nothing tonight, Mayor.
Okay, John, do you have anything for the council tonight?
I do not.
Yeah, he's not good.
We'll move to the mayor's part of the agenda.
We have the report of the police chief for the month of July. Squad car calls, 1,346. Arrest, 444. Prisoners, 0. Sent to state institutions, 8. Sent to the county jail, 11. And sent to juvenile probation, 18. Moved by Mayor Eschbach that the report of police chief Brent A. Rolson for the month of July 2013 be received and placed on file.
Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner Eichelkraut, any discussion? Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Whitney.
Aye.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
We have the report of the registrar for the month of July. There were 24 birth certificates issued and 26 death certificates. Certified copies were issued with fees totaling $1,559. Moved by Mayor Eschbach that the report of Registrar Shelley L. Monks for the month of July 2013 be received and placed on file.
Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner Whitney, any discussion? Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Whitney.
Aye.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Eschbach that the report of the Parking Administration Department showing fines collected of $510, $166.38 collected by CPI, and $42.35 in parking meter coins, all for the month of July, be received and placed on file.
Is there a second? Commissioner Awesome, any discussion? Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Whitney.
Aye.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
We have the report of the building official for the month of July. There were 16 building permits issued with fees totaling $1,928. Total number of on-site building inspections, 39. There were 6 demolition permits for $79, 10 pool permits for $225, 9 fence permits for $450, 5 tree care permits for $400, 25 general contractor licenses for $2,500, 7 electrical licenses renewed for $700, 2 new electrical licenses issued for $200, 18 electrical permits for $1,250. Total number of on-site electrical inspections was 47. We had 1 person take our electrical exam for $50. Our plumbing inspector did a total of 28 inspections, and our ordinance enforcement officer did a total of 147 inspections, for a total of permits and licenses of 98, with fees collected of $7,782 even. Moved by Mayor Eschbach that the report of building official Michael J. Sutphen for the month of July 2013 be received and placed on file.
Is there a second? Commissioner Whitney, any discussion? Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Whitney.
Aye.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Eschbach that the report of the sidewalk program showing 5 participants in the amount of $5,393.48 be approved and paid for from the general corporate fund.
Is there a second? Commissioner Eichelkraut, any discussion? Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Whitney.
Aye.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Eschbach that an ordinance annexing certain territories to the city of Ottawa, LaSalle County, Illinois, be passed and approved.
Is there a second on the motion? Discussion? I think this is a woman from Hub's hearing office that spoke. I just got your letter today. I would note that, and commissioners, correct me if I'm wrong, but the annexation agreement is only good for 20 years, and we're not expecting any time to have water and sewer in that area. But I did notice that the proposed annexation you drafted, called for the property to be zoned as a commercial or light industrial. And when we annex properties, they're always zoned residential, and then if somebody wants a more intensive zoning classification, they can come back at a later date and ask for that. But otherwise, we would have hearings on each parcel, because if it's anything more than residential, usually there's somebody who has concerns. So I hope that's of some consolation. Unless council feels otherwise, I think the intent is just to leave it as one of the parcels that we'll be annexing. Any other comments or questions?
And he won't be required to hook the sewer and water, right?
Right, we don't have sewer and water anywhere near there, and it's unlikely we ever will, because it's pretty out of the way. Any other comments? Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Whitney.
Aye.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Eschbach that an ordinance approving and authorizing the execution of a redevelopment agreement between the City of Ottawa and Bob Paglis, which has been on file for public inspection since July 16, 2013, be passed and approved.
Is there a second? Commissioner Awesome, any discussion? Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Whitney.
Aye.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Eschbach that a resolution approving and authorizing the execution of employment agreement for an appointed city official and Steve Harash as part-time bus driver, which has been on file for public inspection since July 16, 2013, be adopted.
Is there a second? Mr. Baxter, any discussion? Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Whitney.
Aye.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Eschbach that a resolution authorizing the execution of a settlement agreement between the City of Ottawa, John Colt Landreth, and the Illinois Municipal League Risk Management Association, which has been on file for public inspection since July 26, 2013, be adopted.
Is there a second to the motion? Mr. Eichelkraut. This is a settlement of several lawsuits that were pending for several years against the city by a former consultant. Services were to help develop our industrial park and bring a development to the city. And the compensation was a percentage of the value of the development. There was a disagreement as to what the gentleman, Mr. Landreth, was entitled to. He thought it was millions. We thought it was more like a couple $100,000. And the settlement provides for payment to Mr. Landreth from the city of $235,000, which would be paid from our TIF fund, which is where we were paying him anyway. It provides for the dismissal of all of the actions pending against the city. And those are the main points. For you out-of-towners, we usually aren't sued this often, and we just happen to have two of these tonight, so there's not a lot of them. Any other comments or questions on this? Was placed on file, so the motion now is to approve it. Roll call, please.
Awesome.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Whitney.
Aye.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Eschbach that a resolution authorizing the execution of an annexation agreement between the City of Ottawa, Archel Daniels Midland Company, and American River Transportation Company be received and placed on file for public inspection.
Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner Baxter. I'd just like to make a few comments and then open it up to the Okay. Actually, City Attorney just reminded me, we did place a resolution on file once before, proposed annexation agreement. There are a few changes that have been made to it, so we're placing it on file again. We're not acting on it tonight, we're placing it on file. And what I'd like to do is go through it so everybody understands what it says. Before that, I'd just like to make a couple comments, though. I share everybody's concern about sand mining in the county. There are sand mining operations expanding and opening up all over the place. I personally know about 6 farms that have been sold in the last couple of years to sand mining companies. I hear the trains going through town constantly falling away. I call it our assessed valuation. And I'm not saying that there shouldn't be mining, but I'm saying there's a lot of issues that need to be addressed, and all of these sand mining operations or proposed sand mining operations are in the county, and they're not within the City of Ottawa. We don't have jurisdiction over them. What we're voting on tonight is a loading facility, and I share everybody's concern about traffic. In fact, ADM has a loading facility in Ottawa right now. They have 2 facilities. Besides the one on west of Ottawa, there's one east of Ottawa, which is capable of loading sand. And our concern is that if there is going to be sand mining, Starved Rock site, we're not for it or against it. We have no control over it. But if it maybe it won't happen. Maybe the governor will get involved, or maybe something will change. But if it does happen, it's our obligation, I think, to make sure that the sand is transported in the safest manner possible with the least impact on the people of Ottawa. And here we have a potential loading facility 2 miles from the sand mining operation. If, for example, the sand was hauled to the ADM site on east of Ottawa, that instead of a 2-mile trip, it's probably a 10-mile trip. Instead of going by 5 homes, it goes by 500 homes and businesses. It has 5 times the potential of accidents because there's 5 times the distance. And those are the kinds of things we have to consider. We have to be prepared if it happens. And that's the issue before the council tonight. It's not whether or not Mississippi Sand should have that operation, and it's not whether there should be more sand mining operations in the county. I mean, some of the issues you guys didn't even talk about were our energy policy. That's what's driving all of this, and maybe there's some nonsensical things about that. But we have to be concerned about what's within our jurisdiction. And the thing before us tonight is whether there should be a loading facility for sand at the ADM site west of Ottawa. So we've got before the council, or before the citizens tonight, a resolution with a proposed annexation agreement. And I'd just like to go through that so everybody knows what's before the council. And again, this is being placed on file with the intention that it'll probably be acted on at the next council meeting. But basically, it provides for the property to be annexed to the city, and that the owner would have to petition for an annexation in kind of the standard fashion that would normally be done. It provides that the land will be zoned as R rural, and that a special use permit would be granted. For the loading of sand with various restrictions or conditions placed upon the approval. And those conditions are as follows. And there's 3 parcels of land involved, 1, 2, and 3. Parcel 1 is the furthest one to the west, 2 is in the middle, 3 is at the east. As to parcel 1, the one to the west, there shall be absolutely no sand transloading or hauling on that parcel. As to parcel 2, that was the one in the center, there will be the first 400 feet of the drive or roadway going into that facility from Route 71 shall be a paved surface which may consist of bituminous asphalt, concrete, or tar and chip. As to parcel 3 on the east, sand transloading or hauling shall not be permitted, and the small boat channel opposite said parcel shall remain open to small boat navigation. As to all parcels, there shall not be any outside or outdoor storage of sand. As to all parcels, all semi-trucks shall be equipped with mufflers, and only pneumatic and/or covered semi-trucks shall be permitted. And as to parcel 2, the center parcel, the design of a covered loading system shall comply with all applicable governmental requirements and regulations. The agreement also provides for landscape buffer zones, and there would be a 200 minimum buffer zone, landscape buffer zone along and parallel to Colville Creek, a 100-foot buffer zone along Route 71, 50-foot buffer zone along the very east edge of the property on parcel 3, and then various 20-foot buffer zones between ADM property and adjoining properties that kind of are sort of in the center of parcel 2. There's some notation that obviously we want to make sure that the vegetation doesn't, at the corners, doesn't block a reasonable view of traffic for trucks coming in and out. And final decisions regarding what that is will be made by the city engineer. There also is a creation of a conservation easement. ADM will provide the city with a 200-foot conservation easement adjacent to Colville Creek, outlined as an exhibit in the document. And in other words, that 200-foot natural area will be forever that way. There will be no opportunity for ADM or any subsequent owners to build on that property. There's provisions in there that the owners will comply with all applicable codes and ordinances, including our building codes, electrical, plumbing codes, and so forth. There's a road compensation fee. In addition to their real estate taxes, ADM will pay to the city 13 cents a ton for all granular materials, including sand, hauled onto the property or out of the property, excluding grain, which is already being transported. And that fee will be adjusted 2% annually. And then there's a bunch of what we lawyers call boilerplate language. Severability, enforceability, these obligations run with the land. If ADM sells it, they still run with the land, no matter who the new owner is. That pretty much is a summary of the proposed annexation agreement. Council have any comments or questions? The motion,
My comments would echo yours, that what's faced before the council is a narrow view of whether we're going to allow sand to be shipped out of ADM or not. Mine, questions have already been asked and answered. Whether other mines come into LaSalle County or not is a determination for the county, as the mayor suggested, they'll be placed outside of Ottawa, and there'll be the appropriate chance to comment pro or con for them. But if that sand mine has already been allowed to be there, they're going to mine sand, they're going to ship it somewhere, somehow, at some time. And the question before us is where is the most appropriate place for that to happen? The question comes up, is that ADM? Somewhere, somehow. Other comments you made about the health dangers of silica and it being in the air and the wind, I don't disagree with any of that. I think those questions are better placed before other panels that have jurisdiction and knowledge more than the City of Ottawa City Council. And at any time in the future, you're welcome to appear before all those jurisdictions. U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, the Coast Guard, Department of Labor, and ask to have all the monitoring you think is appropriate done, and I think I personally would be in favor of that, but that's not a question for the City Council here in Ottawa to decide. That's not our expertise.
any other comments?
Yeah, I'd just like to say, Mayor, I agree with Dale and I agree with you. And basically what I'm looking at right now is whether they, like you said, they go 2 miles to ADM there, or you have 80 to 100 trucks going downtown City of Ottawa, going out to the east side to 80 to ADM there, which could also haul the sand. So it really puts us in kind of a bind here. I understand where everybody's coming from. I understand that nobody wants fracking, nobody wants a mine out by Star Rock, but that's something that we don't have jurisdiction over. There's nothing we can actually do to stop that. If we stop it here, the trucks are going to come through town, they're going to go over to the east side, you're going to have more people involved, you're going to have them going through downtown Ottawa. We have to look at what's the best for the citizens of Ottawa, and them stopping on the outskirts of Ottawa is better than the trucks going through town, all the way through town, down Route 6, and out to Canal Road. So, I mean, that's the situation we're in right now. We can't stop fracking, we can't stop what's going on out by Star Rock, and we hope that we don't see another 69 or 70 sand mining operations come, but like Dale said, and the mayor said, that's not under our jurisdiction. We can't stop the mine. We can stop in the city limits of Ottawa, but we cannot stop anything out in the county or in the state. So you have to actually step forward and look, talk to the people that are above us or in the county, the people that are in the state. And the part about, sand with monitoring and stuff like that, I think OSHA should be doing a better job than they probably are doing. It's been going on in our neighborhood since I've been a little kid. I mean, the sand factories have been here since I've grown up, and I've always lived on the west side, so I've always been in that general area. In fact, I actually worked at the sand factory at one time. So I understand where you're coming through that point, but that's another jurisdiction too.
Okay, other comments? Motions to place it on file, roll call, please.
Awesome.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Whitney.
Aye.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Eschbach that a resolution authorizing the execution of an agreement between the City of Ottawa and the Illinois Department of Natural Resources regarding the flood hazard mitigation project be received and placed on file for public inspection.
Is there a second to the motion? Also made discussion. Let us acquire this one last property down in the,
Yeah, this is the Ruger property down on Spear Street on the stilts. Last piece of the puzzle.
any other comments? Roll call?
Awesome.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Whitney.
Aye.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Eschbach that the report of the Plan Commission meetings held on Monday, July 22nd, 2013, considering the rezoning request from Buckman Iron and Metal Company for property located at 1420 Warehouse Drive, be received and placed on file. Be it further moved, the council concur with the recommendation of the Plan Commission in the parcel rezoned from Class D, Commercial and Light Industrial, to Class E, Industrial District, and the follow-up ordinance be passed and approved.
I got one question.
Why don't you second it first?
Second.
Okay.
You said 1420, isn't it 1520?
Well, if I said it wrong, I'm sorry. It's 1520.
Okay. Anything else?
I got a concern on this, and I don't know if we need to table it or send it back to the Plan Commission, but in the original discussion, it says the business was a recycling center for aluminum, brass, copper, iron, auto batteries, radiators, appliances. And then they got caught accepting junk vehicles, and they proposed that they wanted a conditional use. According to the owner, the junk vehicles are hauled away on a daily basis. But then the Plan Commission, on their conditional use, tells them they can store 5 vehicles for 6 months. I don't understand if they were already hauling them away every day, why we wouldn't have continued that. And
Well, if you want to put a table it, I'll second it. I
I'd
understand
like
what
to table
you're
it just to get back and get a clarification, because usually we want to do more restrictive than,
Right, if they're willing to
Yeah.
if they're willing to do that, then why are we adding on to what
Right.
they actually can do?
unless I'm missing something in the minutes, but
Is that a motion?
I make a motion, we table it, send it back
Okay,
to
is there a
Plan Commission.
second?
I'll second it.
All those in,
You're fine. You want to do roll call?
roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Whitney.
Aye.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
All right. Moved by Mayor Eschbach that the report to the Plan Commission meetings held on Wednesday, June 19, 2013, Monday, June 24, 2013, and Monday, July 15, 2013, considering the zoning and conditional use permit from Archel Daniels Midland Company and the American River Transportation Company be received and placed on file. Be it further moved, an ordinance approving our rural zoning and granting a conditional use permit be received and placed on file for public inspection.
Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner Whitney, any discussion? Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Whitney.
Aye.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Eschbach that the report of the Zoning Board of Appeals meeting held on Thursday, July 18, 2013, considering variance requests from Bridget Mealy for property located at 1517 West Madison Street be received and placed on file. Be it further moved, the council concur with the recommendation of the Zoning Board of Appeals and the front setback variance to construct a porch and the variance from the fence ordinance both be granted and the follow-up ordinance be passed and approved.
Is there a second? Commissioner Baxter, any discussion? Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Whitney.
Aye.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Eschbach that the request for rezoning from June Stetter for property located at 920 West Main Street be received and referred to the Plan Commission for review and recommendation.
Is there a second? Commissioner Whitney, any discussion? Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Whitney.
Aye.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Eschbach that the request for a side yard setback variance from June Stetter for property located at 920 West Main Street be received and referred to the Zoning Board of Appeals for review and recommendation.
Is there a second? Eichelkraut, any discussion? Call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Whitney.
Aye.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Eschbach that the request for variances from Connie Vignaggi for property located at 1816 LaSalle Street be received and referred to the Zoning Board of Appeals for review and recommendation.
Is there a second? Commissioner Whitney, any discussion? Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Whitney.
Aye.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Eschbach that the request for a rear yard setback variance from Dave Kerwell for property located at 1621 Kansas Street be received and referred to the Zoning Board of Appeals for review and recommendation.
Is there a second? Commissioner Baxter, any discussion? Call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Whitney.
Aye.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Eschbach that the request for rezoning from Kimberly Calhoun for property located at 1851 Columbus Street and 111.5 West Fremont Street be received and referred to the Plan Commission for review and recommendation.
Is there a second? Commissioner Awesome, any discussion? Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Whitney.
Aye.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Eschbach that this council recess into closed session to discuss matters of personnel.
Is there a second? Commissioner Whitney, Before we vote on this, I just want to tell people we're going to go into executive session. We'll come out. We're not expecting to take any action when we come out, but you're welcome to stick around if you like. Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Whitney.
Aye.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.